It's just incredible. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shawnee. I've known Francesca forever and a day, since she was a barber in South Africa. And it's 1 a.m. in South Africa. So I'm in my PJs. I just woke up.
God bless you.
Sweet. I really wanted to just wish you the best in this book launch, and it's very exciting to see you do something amazing like this. So all the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. You guys, so like quick background. We know each other since we were both 5, kid you not. Our parents worked at the same hospital, and we went to the same daycare.
Oh.
Yeah. I think we have Megan, Kelly, and then Lucy.
Hi, everyone. I also know Francesca and the gang from meditation teacher training. And I was like, oh my God, it's a book launch. This is so cool. And Dana's performing. I'm like, glad I could make it.
And shout out to Megan. She has a meditation offering for anyone who wants some peace and quiet and to close their night tonight. So dip in there.
Hi everyone, I'm Kelly. So excited to be able to be here. I remember on the first night of MTT when I met Francesca, she shared that she was a poet, and I'm just so in awe of that talent. So can't wait to see a little more of it, in addition to all the talent I have already seen and been witness to, both of you.
Thank you. Luce, putting you on the spot. Or Sarah.
Lucila did a little introduction in the chat.
I didn't see that. Thanks, Luce. One more. Sarah. Or I'll intro her.
Yeah, she just joined.
So she's actually in Peru right now. She's Dutch. I met her in New York. And we'll get into a little bit of my story, but the first time I did an open mic, I was highly encouraged by her and one of another friend to do it, and I was shit scared, just to sum it up. But yeah. Yeah, I think we'll like continue with the agenda. We have some fun things planned. And we'll go until 8. We might get done a little sooner, but we'll make it very interactive. So if you guys have questions, jump in. Otherwise, we'll keep it moving. So thank you all for joining, for introducing yourselves. I'm so touched that you're all here and helping share and rejoice in this little baby beauty that came out of a lot of desire to share a story that I didn't really know what kind of impact I wanted to make with it, except that I felt that I had something to share. I am not my story, neither am I my past or my history. And I start with that because Dana and I were talking about, you know, like why I wrote a book, why a poetry book, where it started from, or how it got started. And when I'm from South Africa, born and raised, and I explained through our grad talk for some of you. And some of you may also know that I moved a lot in my youth. And what really helped ground me was reading books, anything that I felt could take me away from my present. I found that solace in books. And we were joking around about, I was telling Dana, like on Saturday, I would go to the library, get like books for the entire week, read them, go back the following weekend, do the same thing until I got so bored because I basically read as many books as I could. That developed into something else when I was 13. I started listening to rap. My friend Shawnee here and I were super into Eminem. And then I started listening like old school Eminem, guys, like the real stuff. and some other rappers. And I don't know, I had so much angst and I thought I was doing a rap thing, and this thing just turned into like me writing and turned into poetry. And I started using that to express basically every single emotion. It was like vomit on paper. And then it started to metamorphose into like my view and my experience of what was around me in South Africa, what I was going through at home, and, you know, just experience. And I gravitated towards it. It was like your modern day therapist for me. I started, or not started, but I lost touch with it until I quit my job that I had first moved to New York for. And I mean, in the years that I had stopped writing, I maybe wrote once or twice every 2 or 3 years, but I found inspiration again, having time to think about things that brought me joy, to reconnect with myself in the world. And one of my friends sent me a journal to start writing again. I didn't write in that journal at all. I still have it. In fact, it's this one right here. It says "Shit happens." And then I think that's when I started talking about, oh man, I love poetry. I want to do something with it. Because I just started writing about everything again. And one of my friends suggested doing an open mic. And the last thing I wanted to do was read my deepest, darkest secrets to the whole world. People I would never see, people I don't know, people I probably also didn't really care about. But I decided that I would do it anyway. And if for all of you guys who live or been to New York, there's a place called Bowery Poetry, or Bowery, it's Bowery Poetry, and they have an open mic night on Sundays. So I got signed up as the first one on, and walking up to the stage, I don't know, like my heart was sinking to my feet. I did it. I sat down and I was like, that was awful. I'm never doing that again. Like, I don't know how people are just doing this. I felt super vulnerable because I felt like I was sharing a piece of me that I wasn't comfortable sharing. And I didn't do it again. I didn't go to another open mic. I also probably stopped writing as much because I was scared. Even though it was something I felt deeply about. And I don't know what happened. I found a way to write again as I found myself in depressive states in life. where I was still trying to find my purpose, my voice, and I was losing my authenticity, I found my use of poetry to allow some escape for some of it. And my perspective completely changed last year. I was writing for myself all the time, writing either about experiences of life through people, of my surroundings, of the world, my perception. And I decided that, and especially after going through this meditation teacher training, my perspective on my story changed to, this is a story, but at the root of it, it's an experience that we've all had. We've all gone through pain. We've all gone through grief. We've all experienced love. We've all come to terms at some point with not having a clue about what's going on in our lives, being frustrated. And I realized that that's exactly what I was writing about. I was using my story to shape an experience, to give a lens to something that someone else may be going through, and that for them, this might be something that they can relate to and can give them some perspective or show them that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And that tunnel is life. Sorry, my mom's calling. That tunnel is life. And we can emerge from any deaths that we are succumbed to by our experience. And that is the title of the book, Emerge. Because when we're stuck in an experience, we never seem to see the light. We're so immersed in that pain, that emotion, the sentiment, or the experience itself, that the end doesn't seem too close. And I likened it to being in the ocean. So imagine yourself as a surfer, going into the sea on your board, paddling on a calm, gentle sea. You sit flat facing the shore. The sun is shining brightly. You look to your left behind your shoulder, you see a wave coming, and this is your chance to get up, to catch your wave. You're just gonna ride this out to the beach. You pop up. You feel the salt in the air. You can hear the waves behind you crashing. You start riding the wave. The wave takes over, your board flips over your head. You're somersaulting in the water. The wave is above you, still crashing. You don't see your board. You're being pulled left and right. You can feel your body. You're steady, but you have no control at all. But you know that the top exists, the top is there. You know the sun is above the water. You know the beach is near. You try swimming, you let go, you allow the current to take you, your body starts floating up to the surface. Your head bobs above the water, you see the ocean is around you. You see the beach ahead of you, your board pops up and you head to the shore. You're fine. And that's the experience with Emerge, because that's the experience of life. It's rough, but we know we can get through it if we make the decision to flow through the things that we need to. And so that's kind of the trajectory of the book too. The poems carry with it the sentiment of their name. We'll talk a little bit about bookworm, and that's the first one. Fairy tale, inheritance, grief, insomnia, il fugio, which means I escape, mother's ruin, jaded, a day in Denmark, journey, a man, ALS, free, conceited, and desideratum. And through all of that, it's the emerging of someone who's found themselves, someone who's transformed, and someone who's realized that authenticity in their voice and being heard and recognizing that through the eyes of other people is okay. Oops. And I started off with bookworm. And that is the experience that kind of linked Dana and I. Dana's meditation graduation talk was about the fantasy and surreal reality books provided. And that was a similar experience that I felt that I submerged myself into to deal with life. And it connected with me so deeply. And I mean, her movement, you guys have seen. If you haven't seen, you will tonight. But I now introduce you to the one and only Dana. Hi, Dana.
Hello,
Please introduce
everybody.
yourselves.
It's so nice to see all these familiar faces, and it's equally as wonderful to see all these new faces. But for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dana Graham, and I'm from McAllen, Texas, so the very southern tip of Texas. And before I go a little bit further about like me and my movement, I just want to express my gratitude to Francesca for giving me this opportunity to create something to accompany her beautiful words. I just graduated this May, and I studied dance and anthropology. And I don't like to call myself a dancer. I feel like I'm more of like a puzzle maker. I like that word because I feel like I'm always making and solving puzzles with my body in a literal and metaphorical sense. But I had this like post-graduation like freak out where I was thinking like, when is the next time that I'm gonna get to create? And I still have that like student brain where I feel like I need someone to give me a task or like a deadline. And so when Francesca reached out, I was like, yes, this is perfect. I can create. And I feel silly saying that because I don't have to really need anything to create, just my body and me. But yeah, to speak a little bit about the meditation talk. So Francesca and I met through meditation teacher training, and I was mostly a virtual student, and Francesca was there in studio and also virtual. And we had to do this meditation talk at the very end, and it's basically like a TED talk. And when I was reflecting and kind of drafting on like what I wanted to take away from my 10 weeks of meditation teacher training, I realized that I'm someone who shares things that are comfortable for me, which I think is a very common experience with people. But I was seeing this was such a vulnerable, group and space where I saw all these people that are so great that were sharing and holding their experiences and really like talking about them and living through them. And I felt like I was doing that, but from afar. And I was kind of just like, oh, like I'm going to listen and I'm going to love, but I'm not going to like reciprocate that energy for myself. I'm going to like kind of shy away. And so when I really had to think about what I wanted to talk about during my meditation talk, I really went back to my childhood. And it's funny that, Frankie, that you bring up your first journal that you had, because I also have a first journal from 6th grade. And I was such a bookworm in 6th grade. I was such a bookworm in 4th grade. That's like really where it started. But one of the first journal entries I have, I think I just put this together when you were talking, Francesca. It has a lot to do with bookworm. And I think one of the first things I wrote is, I am magic and I know I am. And every time I go back and read that page, it like makes me tear up because I always feel so disconnected from that one page I wrote when I was like 11. But I wrote it and it was me, and it felt like a different person, like it wasn't me. And through, you know, reflecting on like my experience as a child, and having like a very like tumultuous upbringing. I didn't move a lot, but my parents speak 2 different languages, and there was a lot of like cultural trauma and like language barrier that I had to navigate. And so writing and reading was just like my favorite way to kind of escape all of these things that I couldn't really process as a young child. And I used to always think like that was the only way to like really feel happiness and really feel bliss and really tune into all the lovely parts about humanity, until I got to 8th grade, and like the beginning of high school, when I just started like moving my body a little bit. And it wasn't really dancing, it was really just quite literally like wiggling my body to music. And I loved it so much. And I started phasing out of reading, and going into more of like movement based things. And I felt really good being very like physically in my body. And like I said, like I loved solving these like problems I was having at school and at home and trying to figure it out in my body. And that's why I don't really consider myself a dancer, because I didn't really have classical training until I was in college. But not that you need classical training to be a dancer, anyone can dance. But yeah, I relate to the experience of seeking refuge in magical worlds in our mind. And the thing was, I wasn't putting together that the worlds in our mind are just, you know, worlds that we're living in. And I was only thinking that the beauty that I was seeing in my mind and in these like books that I was reading wasn't beauty that could be found in the outside world. And I'm tapping back into that now as a 22-year-old, which I'm so thankful for. And I want to leave this little introduction by there's this author. He's a Japanese author. I think his name is Kazu Ishiguro, and he won a Nobel Peace Prize in 2017 for his book The Remains of the Day. And in his acceptance speech, he says something along the lines of, in the end, stories are about one person saying to another person, this is what life feels like to me. This is the way it feels like to me to live. And can you understand what I'm saying? Does it feel this way to you? Can we connect? Does it feel that way? And I think this sentiment of stories being a way of expressing how you view the world and how you move through the world can relate to all types of art, to movement, to visual art, to music, any form of human creativity. And it's about trying to find someone who understands your story, which Frankie and I found that common ground. And I think more importantly, it's also about finding people who don't understand your story, who don't know what it's like to live the way you live and the way you move through the world. But I think that's so important because that just forms some of the most beautiful connections and insights about the beauty in the world. But yeah, I'll leave you guys with that.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Dana, for the intro. And yeah, really the differences in our experiences are what help us create or co-create like the world that we live in. I'm excited to hear and see what everyone's experience of these poems are and how they might bring something else up that I may probably not have even thought about or even written. And even just talking to Dana about some of these poems, how I'm reading them today is not how, or how I'm expressing them today don't reflect the sentiment and emotion that I was feeling when I wrote those poems. So it would be so interesting to hear your perspective and how maybe that shift is the same shift that I had or experienced, or maybe the same as someone else's, or yeah, I would just love to see that trajectory. Okay, so with much further ado, does anyone have any questions? By the way, want to say hi if you've just joined. We have a few more people that jumped on. Natasha, I would love if you said hi to people. Please don't shake your head at me. Please say hi.
You're on
We
mute.
cannot hear you.
I shake my head because it's 7:30 and I haven't had my morning tea, but I will try. My name is Natasha. I live in China, in Shenzhen. I am here because I'm an avid supporter of family. Francesca is my cousin, and I have not had enough tea yet. So this is, I'm sorry. I haven't. But I'm looking forward to, you know, the poems and the conversations and, you know, just the connection, you know, over this amazing book. So, yeah.
Welcome. Thank you. Anyone else?
Me.
I won't. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I would also like to call myself family. Adopted, adopted New York family, but it's great to see everyone and looking forward to celebrating the book.
Thank you so much. Hi, Jules. Hey, Shay. I see your cam went on. Are you saying hi? Okay, a wave is good. All right. So I think we had something really special planned. So we'll lead into that now. We will be performing. Okay, guys, my mom is joining, so I will make her speak on the spot. While she's connecting. So Dana and I will perform Bookworm for you guys, the story that connected us and just stories that will, maybe not just this Bookworm, but our stories that will continue to connect us and help us grow as a community. So we're super excited to share this with you, and we'll start in a few seconds. I need one breath. And good to go, Dana. We are not whimsical. We only cherished our calling and learned that through it, we could safely escape rattling instability, where our safety and fears were in our own hands. We are not whimsical when only the thought of hearing our mother's voice near was our strength to push us through. One page after another, living to pursue the next day's tale, so that our journey could be recounted in our own words, through our own actions, and our own voices. We are not whimsical when we choose to listen to those who speak, to learn our true ways in our silence, where our voice teaches a yearning and gives a name to our uncompromising needs, free from malice and overheard judgment. Our silence was learned through fear. Our silence taught us strength where dreams had vision and seemed within grasp. It is within that we sought recourse. It is through withdrawing from the incessant real that we learn to love. We aspire beyond our measure to tread a future we eagerly desire, to savor defeating the antagonist, to welcome happiness and redefine selfless love, to rewrite our story in the ways we always read. We are not whimsical. Okay. Hey, you're on mute. You're on mute, Dana. Oh, you're not saying anything?
No, I was appreciating that reading. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I was clapping.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I don't know, I kind of black out every time I read. But I feel like rereading the poem and accompanying Dana's movement just, I don't know, infuses so much more meaning into the work. It's incredible. Yeah, Dana, thank you so much. Really beautiful. Wow. I'm gonna be stunned for the next 10 minutes.
Me too.
So we just went through Bookworm, and there are a couple of other poems. So if you guys have any questions about the process, any of the other poems, I could read another poem from the book. We could talk about maybe Bookworm a little more, or we could get to know like some of the, or we could talk about another poem and talk about what inspired some of them, if you guys want to hear stories. So
I just want to say amazing work, both of you guys. It was really, really amazing seeing Dana move around and interpret your words with her movements, and just expressing how that feels and how she kind of lit it out in a physical matter. It was just really, really cool to see. I haven't seen anything like that before, and it did add another meaning, like you said, exactly to or a dimension, a deeper dimension to the words, for sure. So I just want to say that very, very cool that you guys did that. It was very inspiring. I understand also where you're coming from a little bit when it comes to your taking time to let everything sink, because it feels it's coming from lots of different experiences, stories that formed all of that, and that having to kind of connect all of that together all of a sudden right after each other, it's has a little bit more a heavier effect, I guess, on you. For someone that listens to this for the first time, it takes me to different places as I'm hearing your words. Still not quite sure what it may settle on, because it really does blend with so many pictures and memories that come up in mind, but it's not really vividly. I definitely look forward to reading the book. So congrats on everything. Very proud of you.
Thank you, Shay. Shay's like my brother, guys. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, I definitely connect with that. That the dimension quality is like spot on. Yeah. Ma, can I put you on the spot? Can you say hi and turn your camera on, Mom? You don't have to if you don't want to, but please. Were you gonna say something?
I have a question for you.
Shoot.
So sneaky, I got, I have like a PDF of the book, so I read all the poems. So I hope I'm not spoiling anything for any of you that are gonna buy the book, but I was curious because in a lot of your poems, you reference another person quite often, or it's as though you're speaking and you're saying you. And I'm thinking specifically of the poem A Man, and it starts with the line, "I'm afraid of you." And I was curious, as just a general question, you can go as in detail or, you know, as you want to, or as you, yeah. But curious about who the person you're speaking to is, or if there isn't a specific person, or if there was someone in mind that was a common thread throughout the poems, or yeah, however you choose to answer that.
Oh, loaded question. Is my mom on?
Oh, hi.
Hi. We can let you say hi. Ma, we can't see you at all.
Oh, it's okay. Let's see. Maybe not. Okay.
Okay.
I can joke.
Okay, say hi, Mom.
Hello, everyone.
They can
Can
see
you
you
hear
so
me?
well. Yes, they can hear you.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, we love you, Carter.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. All right, Ma, are you gonna show face? Or no?
You know my challenge.
Yeah,
Let's
turning
see.
the Zoom button on.
Wait. Let's see. Zoom. Where's that now?
Francesca, where's your brother?
I don't know,
Oh,
he called me earlier, but I have no clue.
let's see. Where's
The
that Zoom
family
button?
affair, guys. All right, Ma,
It's
just the
okay,
camera.
It's the one that looks like a video camera. It says start video. You have to click it.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You got
dying.
it?
It says unable to access camera. Allow Zoom.
Aww.
Turn your camera on, Mom.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay?
No, can't see you, but that's fine.
No.
I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Let's
Okay,
see.
Ma, do you just want to intro yourself? And if you come on later, that's fine.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Pam, Francesca's mom. So,
Hi, Pam.
hello.
So nice to meet you finally.
Oh, wonderful.
Can't see your face.
I don't know why, actually. But let's see. can I continue? Can I talk
Yes, you
so
can
long?
continue. Yeah, just
Yeah.
continue, Mom.
Until I find my way. Oh well, I'm so impressed. I'm so emotional, even though
Are you still on, Mom?
yeah, I'm still even though I I never heard. I've been listening, but didn't hear all the words. But the expression, the content, and like one of the commentators, should I say commentators, said, it's actually so deep. It has so much meaning. It involves so much, and with so much that that has happened recently, it sort of encompasses all that. I don't know if everyone understands what I'm trying to say. The male who commentated, he actually, he said it all. Yeah.
Thanks, Shay.
Mm.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
for
so
jo-
much. It was very sweet of you. I just really commented on how I felt, and I feel it's just gonna connect with a lot more events and stories as you read more into it, and as you connect them together. It feel like you go on a journey. Waves take you up and down, like you were mentioning earlier. Just has a lot of metaphorical meanings to things that you felt but never expressed verbally. So it's very touchy, very, very, very powerful.
It is, yeah.
Mm.
I know. Thank you for expressing that, because I'll just say that I'm not that type of person that can express in such detail, I just round it up and draw my own conclusions. And that's what I just did,
She's pretty straightforward, guys. If you don't know my mom, I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ma. But just gonna add plug that there's actually a poem called Journey. So if you really want to go on a journey, guys. And with that, I'll go back to thank you so much for expanding on sentiment. And I'll say that the themes seem to flow in a story because they do flow in a story, but there are many different parts of the story. The only thing that unites them is the person experiencing. So they're all different people to answer your question, Dana. I am afraid of you in a man. When I wrote it, this is about an experience of finding self through a relationship. And for most of you who've gone through meditation teacher training, we all know you can't find yourself through someone else. You have to sit on your ass and feel through it in your mind and in your body. And so my reflection was someone that I was hoping would mirror the things that I wanted to see in myself, and I was not getting that. And so I am afraid of you and of all the things that you say. I'll read a little bit of it, just to give you guys a sense of what it is. I am afraid of you and of all the things you say. I sit hear and stare, hoping to gauge your thoughts. But I am amiss. All is despair. I speak, mouthing things, thoughts I think you want me to say. Things you might want to hear. Hoping to catch the skip in your heartbeat. I burrow into the empty earth of your brows, force a reading of a future so far gone, no stargazer or fortune teller could paint so clear. So clear, almost invisible, or just not here. I'll end it there, but looking for reflection of self, looking for approval, validation in someone else. That is it in essence. But it's also a story about, outside of romance, the story about someone who's lost and trying to find themselves, seeking authenticity, but not sure how to find it or how to pull it out. So looking outside of herself, and maybe not me, but a reflection of people who are doing the same thing. But yeah, damn, Dana, you went straight for that one. But yeah.
It was too good not to.
Yeah, so, and basically the story to finding self flows throughout the end, but yeah. I'm not crying, you're crying.
Also, Millie wants to know where she can buy the book or find the book, where anyone could find the book.
Yes, so guys, if you would like an author copy, I think I have 20 copies that I can sign. Otherwise, officially, tomorrow, all platforms, like global distribution platforms, will be selling them. So I will make an announcement and can share them with you all. But if you want a signed copy, then it's just let me know, and then we can do a Venmo. That's easier because the other one goes straight through the distribution channels and it wouldn't be an author copy. And I can make it special for you. But yeah.
Are you planning on releasing an audiobook, an audio version with you reading it?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I didn't think that far. That's a great idea. Maybe. I mean, Trevor Noah did it. Why can't I? So, lol. Why not? Why not? Okay. I mean, you want an audiobook? I'll make you an audiobook. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think about it, but I'm sure there's a way when there's a will. So thank you for seeding that.
Wait, make movies too.
Oh yeah?
Dana can do like documentaries or voice. I don't know. I'm just the video. I like this pairing together. I don't know, visuals. Just keep going.
Yeah, I can totally see that actually happening. You guys releasing a video of each poem and pairing a game together, just like you did the beginning.
I mean, Dana.
You know I'm down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we don't know what will unfold. Only good seeds will grow, though, right? So thank you for planting them in our minds, all. Thank you. Oh, she's like maybe like a monthly release. Maybe, yeah, you guys are so great. Any YouTube channel, man, guys. Dope, very cool. Did you guys have any other questions? I know we only have 4 minutes. I want to be cognizant of your time. Did anyone have any other questions? Dana, I know you had some. I don't know if you had, oh, we can catch maybe one more or no?
If no one has one, I'll ask. I'll make it a simple one. What was your biggest fear about publishing this book, or just about writing the poems?
Simple, the same thing. If you guys didn't catch the beginning part, me talking about open mics, how vulnerable the whole process is. When I write, I'm writing from something I've experienced, something I've seen. I'm right in the middle of it. So sharing a part of me with people that I don't even know, friends who've been around, that the experiences are fine, but knowing that someone else is going to read that and have, I don't know, judgment, view, perception of what they're reading and who I am, I'm always afraid of that. But doing it anyway, because just gotta fucking do it. But yeah, just being vulnerable, that's been the toughest part. And even in the editing process, I'll say that was the most challenging. It was right at the beginning. It took like 4 or 5 months to edit the entire thing. And what was difficult about it is because I had started writing through experience, and now how I look at my writing, now I look at writing as a way to, a little bit like art, using my experience and what I'm seeing to relay a message. Like I'm thinking about the message I want to tell, and then I can shape my words around it. But I used to write directly from experience. So having someone else, an editor, look at my work, basically destroy it with like red liner, that was like, you don't even know what I experienced, da, 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 you know? But then removing myself from like, okay, this is a story. It's not, I am not that story. And just letting go with the process, and it evolved, and it's beautiful. I'm so grateful that she helped me through this. She's in Portugal, otherwise she said she would have joined, but amazing. I am definitely better for it and can take feedback with thicker skin, thanks to her. I'm just gonna say that.
That was perfect timing.
Okay, yeah. Oh my goodness, guys. And guys and gals, I love you all so much. It is 8 o'clock. You are little jewels in my heart. I am so happy that you joined, whatever time it is in your area code. China, South Africa, thank you, God bless. Houston, we see you. There are 2 people in Texas, by the way. If someone else is on there. My New Yorkers all around. Philly over there. Massachusetts, thank you. And Arizona, let's not forget Arizona. Thank you so much.
Arizona, let's go.
Thank you. I love you guys so much. This was recorded. I will be doing a little bit of editing and we'll share with you guys in some form. And maybe there'll be more to come. We'll see.
Is there a
But
chance, yeah, we can redo like a group together after we read the book and discuss it? Something like that?
well, I mean, would you want to do that? We could totally do that. All right. Sure. We'll see that. We'll see that. I love that. I would be so happy and honored to talk more about the experience. But thank you all so much. Book is live tomorrow. If you want author copies, let me know. I can sign you a copy and ship it personally to you, sealed with love. Thank you so much. I love you all. God bless.
Thank you, Francesca. Thank you to all.
Thanks, Ma.
Thank you,
Wonderful.
Pam.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Congrats, Pamela and Francesca.
Yeah.
Amazing work, Dana.
Thank you, Dana. God bless Dana's talents. Love y'all.
Thank you, Francesca.
Thank you, Angie.
I'm telling you, I can't say anything.
Thanks, Fran.
Thanks, Ma.
Good night, guys.
Have a good night, Tiara. See you back in Miami soon.
All right.
Yes, in like a week. But I'm gonna be messaging you.
I love it. I love it. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you again. It was beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate you. It's okay to hang up. It's over.
Francesca, that was a beautiful book launch party. I'm very
Thank you
proud
so
of you.
much. I'm so happy that you were able to join. You look stunning. Are you at work,
Thank you. I
by
want
the
to show you
way?
my blazer. I'm like, I dressed up for this very serious book party.
You look really great. Thank you so much. I'm so touched.
Love you, boo.
Thank you. I love you. Bye, Yules. Oh, wow.
You did it.
Woo! Oh, man.
What does it
Wow.
feel like?
Oh my goodness. I was sweating pellets.
You did amazing. I'm so proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself. Like all the work you put into this. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know, like parts of it I didn't even know. Wow, like I didn't know what I was gonna say. And I did write stuff down to guide me prior. And I don't know, it all just came out of the heart.
Yeah.
Because look here, I was like, no, I gotta write everything down. There's literally nothing on the paper. I freaked out.
It was just brilliant, and I could feel the heart through it. So thank you for just like showing up and doing it.
I mean, I don't know, but like reading it again and watching you for like the 5th time, I was like, I don't even know. Like I could feel that I was reading differently.
Right.
I don't even know what it is because when I was reading the first time, what I intended to do was make sure that I was on cue with the words. But then I decided to let your movement cue me instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I noticed like the one where you used my voice.
Mm-hmm.
And when we said like fear, like you had your hands like this, and then there was like in our own hands, and your hands were up like this. Mm-hmm. My hand, saying hands was cued with your hands like this, fear like this. Mm-hmm. But instead instead of the words cueing the movement, I let your movement cue me this last time. I don't know. It just, whoa.
It was so rich. just because like there's so much in like how you say it, and like obviously this is virtual, but you can still feel it through the screen. At least I can, and it's it's just so rich hearing it and watching it every time you do it, even though I've only heard it twice, because each times were so different, and that's I think what makes it so like special.
That's
It was brilliant.
crazy.
Really, it was.
No, you're incredible. This like I don't know.
So
It brought a dream to life. Literally, this is crazy.
Yeah, and now you have all these like it's launching tomorrow, and you have all these like amazing things you can ideas now that you can pursue, and if you choose to. But yeah, oh,
They are amazing ideas. I really, really, really want to do the the movement one, the live one, or
yeah,
and the like the cut pieces, because I think that's crazy beautiful. And maybe that can be the inception of like something live.
right. Oh, I would love
Yeah.
to like. This might be too complicated. I just wish I could refilm it with like a better camera and like a better space, because it was like on my iPhone and like in my room. But yeah, I almost drove to the beach to do it because I was like, you mentioned water and the beach is an hour away from me, and I was like, I have to do it. I have to do it. Like just for the like imagery, but I didn't. But
I think it was more powerful without the water. I think water can drive other images into our mind because we have our own association, and having white walls gives the mind a blank slate.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. I really want to do some more. I don't know what, but we should do some more. I don't know in what capacity, but like I'm so inspired by you. Like I feel like if you danced, I would write. I don't know, like a response. You know, like how dance informs, or like how your dance was informed by poetry, but poetry informed by dance. Like I don't know, I would definitely do that. I think
Wow.
it's called ekphrastic
Right.
poetry. Yeah.
I also have a lot, oh my goodness, a lot of dance friends that all have like such different styles that are also just as equally as beautiful. If you ever want like to check them out, I shamelessly plug them all because they're so great and they have such different styles too.
Yeah.
But yeah, proud of
I
you.
would totally love that.
You deserve to just like relax and like I don't know, have a bottle of wine or something.
Oh man, you know I have two. I haven't been drinking for like the past few months. Like I didn't quit, but I quit. But I have wine.
Right. You need this comment.
Oh, cake. I could do with cake for sure.
Ooh, yes, some cake.
Yeah. How are you gonna relax? What time is it? It's 7 for you?
It's only 7, but I started my first day of work today at 5, so I'm like really tired. So I might just knock out early. I have to go back in tomorrow.
Congrats. Congrats on finding work. I'm
Thank you.
so
It's a
so
temporary
happy for you.
job, hopefully. It's just I'm like another prep chef at a restaurant, but
Okay.
it brings the money in. It brings the money in, and like I get to have time to just like listen to music and be. So thank you.
That's great. That's great.
But yeah. I won't take any more of your time, but thank you again for like thinking of me and letting me be a part of this. I'm so proud of you. Please rest up and celebrate yourself because you deserve it.
Thank you. I'm so blessed. I'm so honored to have had the opportunity to work with you on this. So thank you. I appreciate it.
And let me know how much the book is because I would love to buy from you. Truly.
Okay.
I'll Venmo.
Okay.
Thank
It's 30, but I don't know if I have everyone's email. Did it send you an email when I sent you the thing or no?
The PDF.
Oh, but I sent you an email.
Right. So it
with
was
the
like
thing.
it wasn't like an automated or like a
Yeah.
if you message me your Venmo, because I don't know what you and then I can like also really quickly, I heard that Venmo is doing this thing where if you are doing transactions like business transactions through Venmo, they're going to charge you like a tax fee. So, and it's kind of unethical for small businesses and like people that are like, you know, like self-publishers and people that are trying to sell. So if you tell people to Venmo you, tell them not to put like in the description to put like an emoji rather than like a, oh, like for your book. Because if Venmo detects that you're using it for like a business transaction, they're going to start paying like, sorry, not
charging you for tax.
Charging you for taxes, which will take out of like what you make. Just so, because they just changed it like yesterday, and I've been seeing it all over social media, like small business owners, like let everyone know. But yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is so good to know. I had no idea.
Yeah. Just so they don't try to scam you out of rightfully well-deserved money. But yeah, I'll let you go.
Okay, that's crazy. I will let everybody know that too. Yeah, again, thank you so much. Wow, it was incredible. We'll rest up. Rest up. I love you.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, Dana.